How you doing, guys? Jack here from iCanPlayDrums.com. Today is the first of 3 lessons where we're going to be checking out how to apply the double paradiddle within some beats. Like all the rudiments, you can apply them around the kit in both beats and fills, drum solo ideas, all those sorts of things. They're not just to be played only on snare drum. They can be played on all percussion for that matter. And today we're going to check out some of those beats that I was just playing them. So these are things that you will find in Rudiments Around the Kit Around Australia, which is a package that we put out a couple of years ago. If you're interested in a full course and a full series on this stuff, click the link below to get more information. So we're going to start out just by learning the double paradiddle, and I'm actually going to teach it with the right hand on the hi-hat and the left hand on the snare right from the start, so that you can hear and start to get some sense of ideas that might sound good in beats and fills right from the start. It's got a really interesting sort of phrasing about it. So a regular paradiddle is a combination of a single stroke and a double stroke, and it just goes right, left, that's the single, and then a right, right, that's the double, and then the opposite of that, left, right, and then a left, left. So you might call this a symmetrical rudiment, because after you've done the first time through, right, left, right, right, you then do the same thing but leading with the left hand. So it's a good one for building up the hands at the same rate, and not all rudiments are like that. Now the double paradiddle that we're going to check out is pretty much the same as that, except on the front of the right, left, right, right, you put another right, left, so another single, and the same when you get to the left hand. So instead of just being right, left, right, right, it's now right, left, right, left, right, right. So 6 notes. And then the same with the left. Left, right, left, right, left, left. Okay, that's the double paradiddle sticking. So get used to that nice and slow. Make sure it's nice and even, clean, articulate notes, no stabbing, no buzzing, anything like that. Just start really slow and try and build up the speed from there. Right, left, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, right, left, left. All right, so we're using it in a groove context. It's one thing to sit there and, build up the speed of these things. It's not really a thing where you, of course you want to get a lot of speed, but primarily you want to get a lot of control with it. And so I think it's really important that once we've got a basic understanding of how to play the rudiments, that we try and transition to, reorchestrating them around the kit as early as possible, once you can play it. Not too early, but early enough. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to start putting a bit of an accent with the right hand, with the shoulder or the shank of the stick on the edge of the hi-hat on the very first note. So, all right, that first one's going to play down there. And that's going to help convey the pulse by playing an accent on, this would be a thicker sound on the edge. All right, and by thick, when I talk thick and thin, I mean that sound lasts a fraction longer than when we play the tip on the top. Also, I'm hitting it harder than I am when I'm dropping the stick just on the top. All right, so I've got these 2 different sounds going on now. And then on the backbeat, when we land with the left hand leading the double paradiddle, I'm going to play that louder on the snare drum as well. And all the other notes are going to be a lot softer. Okay, so at this point now, I'm conveying a pulse. So instead of it all being monodynamic like this, which is okay, that is still the double paradiddle, and it's still even and whatnot, but there's not a whole lot of groove about it. So what I'm going to do now is play it more like this. It's starting to have a nice flow about it, and you can start to identify where the pulse is now. Now you might want to go the next step and actually play that backbeat on snare as a rimshot, and that'd sound like this. All right, so it's starting to sound like a beat. Now what we're going to do now in this first lesson, just because we're starting out, is we're going to play the bass drum with our right foot on the very first beat. And that's all we're going to do in this lesson. Just try and get the double paradiddle sticking and turn it into the most basic beat, okay? All the other stuff I did at the start, we can't do any of that until we can do this very first variation. So all we've got to do is land these 2 together in unison and then let the rest of the pattern unfold from there. And it sounds like this. Okay, so from there, once you've got that down, let's start moving the right hand onto a few different sound sources to see how this pattern can sound if we play it somewhere else. Okay, I'll just go with the ride cymbal first, and again, same thing, we're not going to change anything as far as any of the sticking is concerned, and we're only going to play bass drum on beat 1. And if we play it on the bow of the ride cymbal, it's called the bow of the ride cymbal, by the way, because when you look at the cymbal side on, you can see it bows, and so it's sort of halfway from the bell to the edge, all right, and it's sort of the general playing area for most ride cymbals. Let's check it out there. Sounds like this. What about the bell of the ride cymbal up here, side of the stick? What about cowbell? Woodblock? Mini stacker? Okay, so there you go. That's the first lesson, checking out how to play a double paradiddle inside a groove context. If you want more information on beats and fills that use a double paradiddle, check out the link below, Rudiments Around the Kit, fully structured course. And we will see you in the next video where we're going to check out some more variations, just kind of funkier variations with the right foot. See you soon. Bye.